You know, everyone out there is trying to tell you that if you want to lose weight, you need to change your diet. You need to go to the gym. You need to do this and do that and buy the stuff. And you've tried this. You've tried this so many times, for years, for decades, as I did. But let's be honest, it is not working. All those techniques about changing your dieting and the way you live are just not working. Maybe it worked for a little bit of time, but let's be honest, you always go back to that same place, where you gain the weight again after a few weeks, after a few months, or after a few years. You're fighting yourself, you're trying to do those changes because you're just thinking, you're like, fuck, I am not attractive. I'm fat. I am not lovable. I'm not worthy. I need to change. I need to change my diet and I need to go to the gym because, and that is the thing that make it all wrong. You think who I am today is not enough, is not lovable, is not worthy. And you're trying to focus on your diet, you're trying to focus on your body, you're trying to focus on the gym, but that have nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with the real problem. Because the real problem is not what you're doing, is who you are, or let me say, who you think you are. And if who you think you are is when you're saying, I need to lose weight, you're saying, I'm fat. When you're saying, I need to be attractive, you're saying, I am not. When you are saying, I need to be beautiful, I need to be nicer, you're saying, I'm ugly. I'm not nice. So, pretty much, you're going through an experience with whatever you try to do to escape that reality, the frequency you are in, this frequency of self doubt, self hating, you are attracting that to you. And the more you try to escape it, the more you make it strong, the more you are reinforcing the belief that you're failing. It's not working. And you're thinking, what is wrong with me? Why is it not working? Why it seems to work for everyone else, but it is not working for me. So you're just going even deeper on that self-doubt and like hating. And if you really want that body, if you really want to lose weight, if you really want to be attractive, lovable, worthy, all that stuff, you need to start at the right place. Means who you are. Who are you? Who you want to be. And more importantly, who you think you are, who you believe you are, what is your identity. And as long as you think you are not enough or you're too much or all that bullshit, the more you think that, the more you will be trapped. So what you need to change is not stop junk food or go to the gym or all that stuff, because those things are just effects. They're just the consequences. What you really need to do if you want a real change, a change for the rest of your life, not a war with your body, not a dieting, not a technique. What you need is a shift, is to give up. Give up on that fight against your body. Give up on who you think you are. Give up on those feelings of fear. I need to do that. I need to do this. You don't need anything. The only thing you need is to love who you are and to feel the frequency of self-confidence, of being beautiful, of being fit, of being lean, of being worthy, of being attractive before you manifested, before it exists on the mirror, before it exists on the scale. You have to become this person to feel that feeling. Because when you're chasing losing weight, it's an illusion. You are not chasing losing weight. What you're really chasing is the feeling that it will give you, this feeling of being self-confident, this feeling of being lovable, this feeling of being worthy. And you need to start there. And then the way you eat, the way you rest, the way you train, the way you live, the way you walk, the way you talk, all those things are just the final consequences. And they will show up only if you decide to stop believing to that mass illusion of self-discipline, dieting, and going against yourself. What you need to do is to go out of fear, to integrate love, and to wake up.